Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new post opening where I actually have 3 items here to open. 1, 2 and a little one on top, 3. All related to one person, shall we say. So let's get into the video. So welcome back to the channel everyone, and welcome to this here post opening. Now I've been having sound issues of late and I've got a new microphone, and it is this one here. It only cost me 32 quid off of Amazon, so I don't know how I sound on this until afterwards. Well, I've done a couple of tests and I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sold on it, so I would appreciate your feedback, no pun intended there, on how this microphone sounds, because third time lucky. Yes, third time lucky with that. So anyway, so I've got 3 parcels here, and they are all related to one person, and that is this guy here, Chris from Cypher Sigma Screen Time and Cypher Sigma Toys. Now one parcel here has actually been sent to me from Chris himself with some goodies within, so we're going to take a look at that momentarily. But first we're going to get into the others, and let me explain as to why they're all related to Chris. So let's delve in, shall we? Let me get the first one. Okay, so the first one that I have is this one here. Sounds like a loose disc in there, doesn't it? But we're going to take a look. Now, I bought this because I was watching one of Chris's videos. He had it, and I thought, you know what, I've got the other 2. I've not got the third one. Let me get it. So, yeah, that's just inspired by his video. And that happens quite a lot. You see someone else's collection, you see a film that they have, and you think, I haven't got it, I'll get it. So, the film in question is Paul Hogan in Crocodile Dundee, Los Angeles. The 3rd Crocodile Dundee movie, which, is it any good or not? Probably not. I do remember it. Well, I don't remember it. I do remember seeing it, I should say. I don't remember the film, per se. But, you know, the Crocodile Dundee franchise, I didn't mind them. They were a sort of staple of the 80s, most definitely. I have Crocodile Dundee 1 on Blu-ray in a VHS style case that they'd done, if you remember when they'd done those sort of things. And I didn't have the 3rd in the franchise, so I've got it. Now, I am contemplating, for space reasons, to maybe put 2 and 3 films, the discs, in with the first film, and just keep them like that. But yeah, so Crocodile Dundee, Los Angeles is that one there, and that cost me maybe £2. It cost me nothing at all, very cheap. So let's get into the next one before we get to the mail that Chris sent me. Now the next one is this box here, and I'm going to open it. Now with this one, Chris messaged me and said, well, he sent me an image from a website. He said this website is selling these at this price, and I was straight onto it because something for the collection that I don't have. So we're going to open it up and take a look. Now, the name of I can't remember the name of the website. For the life of me, I cannot remember the name of the website that these came from. So I'm going to take a quick look. Okay, so I found it, and the website that these come from is a place called In Demand Toys, where they had these rather cheap. So I've given away what it is. It's toy related. just getting them out of the box. So these are Masters of the Universe He-Man figures. Yes, I've done a video the other day simply called By the Power of Grayskull, and it highlighted and showed my collection of He-Man figures from the Masterverse range that I generally pick up when I come across very cheap. Now these figures were £7.99 a piece. Usually when they first come out, they're about 30 quid or so. So first up is the character Shadow Weaver, which actually comes from the Princess of Power, or She-Ra Princess of Power line of figures. Yeah, £7.99. I'm not going to complain about that cost whatsoever. Would I have bought it full price? Most definitely not, no. Now the next one, the next figure is, I remember having this as a child, this figure, and I've often looked at it when I've been in the Forbidden Planet. Now generally when I'm in the Forbidden Planet, I will pick up when they have a sale price on a He-Man figure, or I will pick up when they have a sold as seen damaged one, which is generally just a couple of creases on the box, which really doesn't bother me at all, because I'm not buying for, or I'm not collecting for future investment. I'm collecting because I like. So that figure itself is the character of Roboto, this one here, and yeah, he comes with a couple of swords, some additional attachments here. I think that's like their gun pieces that attach onto him. Yeah, and like a laser sort of thing. You know, that one doubles as a laser, and this is quite a cool figure. You can see like inside workings of him and this sort of a thing. Yeah, so two nice figures to add to that collection, most definitely. So let's move on to the image, what am I saying? Let's move on to the parcel that Chris has kindly sent my way. Now, as I said, those two figures there I only got because of Chris. I picked up Crocodile Dundee because of Chris, and Chris's channel. He's got a great channel, by the way. I will link his channel in the description below, so be sure to go over and check his channel out, and maybe subscribe to him, and why not, and get him up a bit. I'll link both of his channels, the toy channel and the film channel. He's got a wealth of films. I mean, he's got loads and loads of DVDs that he's recently been actually going through the collection and showing. So that's well worth going and watching, and that's where obviously I got the inspiration of Crocodile Dundee 3. So moving on to the parcel that Chris sent me. Now, ironically, I recognise this box because what Chris has done, he's actually utilised the very box that I sent him some stuff in to send back to me. So that's another thing you can go onto his channel and check out. About a week ago, I actually sent him a few bits, steelbook included. So go onto his channel and check that video out as well. And like I said, subscribe. So let me get this one open. I don't know if I have to lean forward for this microphone. How does it sound now? Like I said, a lot of this is testing, so if the microphone doesn't work for me, I will be sending it back. So I've just opened that up with the knife, and let's have a look at what Chris has kindly sent my way. Need the knife again. Okay, so first up I see some DVDs. There's some films in here. So we're going to take a look at them in a minute. Take a look at the films last. But this is the main thing that Chris kind of sent my way, and there's a reason behind it. So Chris has kindly sent me the character of Stinkor from Masters of the Universe. Obviously he's a bit like a skunk, I remember this figure as well from childhood, and it did have a smell included to it. So it did have a little bit of a stink to it, shall we say. You could sniff it and it would smell not overly rotten, but not nice. You know, it had a smell. The character of Stinkor. And this is one that I've looked at often, and it seems that Chris managed to pick it up for £7, reduced somewhere. Now there's a reason that sort of Chris sent me this. Retail price £26.99. It had been reduced to £16.99. It looks like it had various reductions along the way. And that's what I like collecting, why I like collecting these He-Man figures, because you do find that the prices decrease on them over time in the shops, and you can pick them up rather cheap. Hence why I don't pick them up brand new. There's only one or maybe two that I've picked up brand new for certain reasons. And this character itself, it comes with a shield, it comes with an additional head with like a mask, and a couple of additional hands that can be put in. And there's some other cat. I mean, I remember Fisto. I remember Fisto having him as well. Scareglow I've got. Stinkor I've got. Yeah, nice art on these. Now, unlike Chris, I don't open my toys up. Chris does. He opens them up and he displays them out of the box. I keep them in the boxes. Again, not for purposes of value. I just can't display like what Chris does. I've not got the space that Chris has got to display this stuff, and also I'd want to keep the box as well, and it then creates more stuff, shall we say. I'm splitting it into two, but I've just had a look at that. But Chris has sent a note in there, and I should really have read this first, and that is pretty bad of me. So he says, to AJ, thanks again for the 4K DVD and other item that you sent me. To find out what I sent him, go over to his channel, check out the video. I will link that video in the description below as well. Wanted to reply to you, so this package is a good start. Oh no, wanted to repay. Repay? He doesn't have to repay me, that's most certainly not. All the best, Chris. I don't do it for repayment. So anyway, I'll keep that in one of these DVDs. So let's have a look at what Chris sent me, because he sent me 4 films here. And I do know what 3 of them are, because Chris was having a bit of a clear out, and he said he put a post, he put some images up for me and Matt. He said, does any of you want any of these DVDs? So I said I wouldn't mind these ones because I don't have the films. So the first one is United 93, which is obviously the 9/11 hijacking of the plane that was apparently brought down by the passengers on board. I say apparently, we don't know. If the plane was shot down, the American government would never admit to that. It always sounds better that the passengers, in a heroic attempt, brought the plane down to save other people. But yeah, so United 93. Now I remember it being a good film, but I've not seen it for about 20 years. Then we have Matthew Broderick in War Games. Again, a film that I've not watched for a long time. I don't have in the collection, so thusly I said, yeah, you know, I wouldn't mind watching that one again. And then we have the movie Gothica, starring Halle Berry. This is a film that I have not seen. I know very little about. It's got Robert Downey Jr. in it and a Penelope Cruz. Because someone is dead doesn't mean they're gone. So it looks like a kind of horror thriller. So yeah, that'll be an interesting watch for me, because like I said, I've not seen it. And then last but not least, and this one has been put in as a surprise, and it is Gamera, Guardian of the Universe. Yeah, and that's great. I will be honest, I'm sure I've got the Gamera films on from Arrow, so I may well have this. I actually do indeed have the Gamera movies on Arrow release, so I'm pretty sure that this would form part of that. I will have to double check, obviously. But again, Chris, thank you so much for thinking about me, and you know, Godzilla and that sort of thing I do like, so I appreciate you putting this in as well, even if I do have it. I won't get rid of it anyway. Even if I don't have it, I will keep a hold of it, and if I do have it, I may, you know, if it's okay with you, I might pass it on to someone else who may want it if they want it, but we'll see. But yeah, so Gamera, Guardian of the Universe, fantastic, thank you very much. So there we go, I've opened 3 packages for you, all related to Chris over at Cypher Sigma Screen Time and Cypher Sigma Toys. Go and check out his channels, or channel, if you're into toys, the toy one. If you're just into films, go and check out his film channel. Seriously, he does reviews, he does openings, he does his collection and all this sort of stuff, so very much worth checking out. And he is early into the cinemas. He's into the cinemas straight away to pretty much see everything that comes out. That's what he does, so you do get a lot of early reviews on there of films, before even before I drop them anyway, so worth it. So anyway, again, Chris, thanks for the gifts, thanks you for the inspiration and for pointing me in the right direction for those 2 figures that I picked up. Much appreciated, and thank you everyone for watching, and please do let me know how the sound sounds, because well, I'll hear it myself on playback and when I edit this together, what little editing I do, but I'd like to know your opinion before I decide to send this microphone back if it's no good. Thanks again, and I'll see you all soon. Take care and goodbye.